What is a cap rate? Okay, this is a confusing one when you're first starting out. Bro, for real, what the is a cap rate? Cap rate can be defined as the expected rate of return on an investment property. Now, cap stands for capitalization, or the rate of capitalization, or the capitalization rate. Thus, cap rate. Now, it's a useful risk measurement tool for commercial properties all across the board. Now, the expected rate of return for an investment property, the cap, comes out to a percentage. That's the percentage annually I get from that investment, the NOI. Now, take for example, dude, can we get the Amazon rainforest out of here? So say I invest in a $10 million property and the broker tells me that it's selling at a 5 cap. The seller wants to sell it to me at a 5 cap. Now I know that I'll get 5% capitalization rate on that. I'll get 5% back on my investment annually. So the equation is $10 million, what I'm buying the property for, times a 5 cap, or 5%, comes out to $500,000 annually. That's my net income, or NOI, we abbreviate it as. Net operating income. Again, say I'm buying a Walgreens, right? I want to buy a Walgreens for $10 million. The seller of the Walgreens is selling it at a 5 cap. Now that's 5%. He wants to sell it at a 5 cap. I say, okay, how do I figure that out in my mind? $10 million times 5 cap, 5%. I get a 5% rate of return on that each year, which is $500,000. And that's net. That's net. That's not gross. That's net. Now, by saying net, I simply mean after all expenses such as insurance, property maintenance, taxes. It's basically what I take home after paying all of those expenses. It's my net income in my pocket. Please make sure to like and subscribe and leave a comment if you want. Thank you. Now, sometimes a seller will say, I'll only sell for a 4 cap. First of all, come back to earth, seller. Second of all, that is less of a return on my investment if I were to buy it, because I'll only get 4% back annually. So for example, I'm buying a Burger King. I want to buy it at a 5 cap, but he's selling it at a 4 cap. And the net income on that property, the NOI, or the net operating income, is $100,000 annually. So that's $100,000 divided by, this is how I calculate what he wants to sell it for. $100,000 divided by the 4%, or a 4 cap, equals $2.5 million. Let's do that again. $100,000 income that I know is coming in per year. Selling it at a 4 cap, say I buy it at a 4 cap. I would buy it at $2.5 million. 100,000 divided by 4% equals $2.5 million. Now I don't want to do that. I want to buy it at a 5 cap. It's a better deal for me, and I'll show you why. You take that $100,000 income per year, you divide that by a 5 cap, okay? It comes out to $2 million. So I'd be buying it for $2 million instead of at the 4 cap that he wants for $2.5 million. Now this is the very confusing part. It's weird because it's very simple, but it takes a little while to actually understand it. When the cap rate lowers, the sale price goes higher, and vice versa. When the cap rate goes higher, the sale price goes lower. That's why buyers, they naturally want a higher cap rate. They want to buy it at a 7 cap or even an 8 cap. 8 caps don't really exist anymore. In Los Angeles, where I focus on, you won't see an 8 cap. You'll see a 7. That's good right now. In 2023, that's a good cap. You pounce on that thing. Or a 6, even for some assets, a 6 is good. Even a 5 is good. But in the 4s, not as attractive right now for people, especially buyers, especially in this market. All right, here's something that's actually pretty interesting about cap rates, I'll admit it. Every location in the world has a different cap rate, right? So say I want to buy an asset, a retail asset in Hollywood, California. I figure everybody knows Hollywood out there. I want to buy a retail asset for, I don't know, say a 5.5 cap. I ask my broker, I say, hey, what's the average cap in that area for retail? He says, yeah, it is about a 5.3, 5.5 cap. I say, great. I see something I like. I see a strip center retail, which has a beauty salon, a barbershop, a pizzeria, a taco place, and maybe a Verizon store. Awesome. I talk to that seller. My broker talks to that seller, and he wants to sell it at a 3.5 tops 4 cap. You run away from that deal. In fact, you go into that convenience store pizzeria, you take that box and you throw slices of pizza all over that place, hit the windows and all. That guy is insane. You have no room to negotiate, right? Just run away from that deal. All right, so now say I changed my mind. I want to go to Burbank. The people in Hollywood are absolutely out of their minds. Great, my broker says. Let's go check it out. I want to buy another Class B retail strip center. Okay, Class B meaning probably built construction from 1995 to 2012. It's not a brand new Class A construction. It's not a Class C construction, which is kind of falling apart. It's depreciated, everything else. Class B, middle of the road. Great. I want to buy the same kind of retail strip center, right? Maybe 5 tenants, a multi-tenant retail strip center. Okay. We know the average cap in that area is a 6 cap. Great for Class B retail, specifically for Class B retail. If we looked at Class A retail, that cap will be significantly lower. That might actually be a 4 or 5 cap, maybe a 5 cap. People might even try to sell that at a 4 cap. Class B retail, the average cap in that area based on comps around the area is a 6%. Awesome, love that. That's a good cap, that's a good rate of return. We find a seller who wants to sell a strip center. Seller says, I want to sell it at a 5.5 cap. Okay, oh, yeah. There's some room to negotiate. He's selling at a 5.5 cap, I want to buy it at a 6 cap. Maybe we'll negotiate in at a 5.7 or a 5.8. That's good, that's a buy for me. We got a deal, broker's happy, collects commission, seller's happy, buyer's happy. That's what we call a good deal. So quick going back to that example, it's not only every location that has a cap, that has a comparable cap, but it's every different asset type in that location. Office, retail, multifamily, gas stations, automotive, auto body, auto repair, smog shop, literally very specifically has a different cap rate, has a different average comparable cap rate. And not only that, but every Class A, Class B, and Class C have comparable average cap rate. Now that's a little confusing. I'm going to create another video to talk more about cap rates and to talk more about the specifics about cap rates because it's a confusing thing. It might take you weeks, if not months, to actually figure out what a cap rate is. Dude, this thing's still here. This thing, it's been here the whole video. We're not doing this next time. 5%. So for example, but get this thing out of here! I don't know, man. I kind of like the pink one. No? If you put it here though, can you see it? Doesn't go. It's your show, right? What if you propped up pine cones so you could see kind of like the corner of the pine cone? No? Like a fierce dragon. A big elephant. Like a pineapple. No? Not doing these anymore. I'm not doing these anymore. No. Just let me put something here next time, like a pineapple or a voodoo doll or something fun, something cultured. You want to put plants here. Which f***ing way am I going?